Hello friends, myself Professor Sonali Pawar from TSSM Bhirabai Sawant College of Engineering and Research, Nare, Pune. Today we are going to see one assignment. The title of this assignment is the study assignment on white box testing. The learning objective of this assignment is to describe the concept of white box testing. The outcome of this assignment is after the completion of this assignment, students will be able to write the white box test designs and the measurement techniques. Now we are going to start with what is meant by white box testing. White box testing is a testing technique that examines the program structure and derives the test data from the program logic. White box testing, it is also called as a glass box testing, clear box testing, open box testing, logic driven testing, or structural testing. White box testing is a testing that takes into the account the internal structure and the flow of the system or the component. The white box testing is based on code structure or the algorithm. White box testing assumes that the procedural design and the code is known to the tester. Test design can be done only after the coding is complete. White box tests are inherently finite. Now we will see the advantages of white box testing. White box testing helps to uncover the defects at the structural level only. The tests go below the top or the functional layer to uncover the defect. Now we'll see the disadvantages. Disadvantage of white box testing that it does not ensure that the user requirements are going to get met with the expectations. The second disadvantage of the white box testing is it does not establish if the decision, condition, path or the statements are insufficient of this particular code logic. To derive the test cases with the white box testing, we have to exercise all the dependent execution path. It also requires to exercise all the logical decisions on both the true and the false sides of the outcomes. For delivering the test cases with the white box testing, it should execute all the loops at their boundaries and within the operational boundaries. So for this, we are going to see the test case design methods of the white box in detail. Now we are going to start with the structural coverage for the white box testing. We all know software is nothing but the set of the specifications or the requirements in the executable form. To test each and every specification, tester need to write and execute the test cases. So while writing the test cases for a white box testing, it is important to check how much coverage that the test case is going to be get covered with. As increasing the coverage of the code, different structural element is required. Now we are going to see the statement coverage. In component testing, statement coverage is the assessment of the percentage of executable statements that have been exercised by the test case suite. Statement testing derives the test cases to execute the specific statements normally to increase the statement coverage. Statement coverage is a percentage of executing the statements exercised by the test suite. To calculate the statement coverage, we are going to use this formula, the number of statements exercised divided by total number of the statements. Now here we are going to take one example. For example, the particular source code is going to have, the particular program is going to have 100 statements. So from that particular 100 statement, when we are going to execute any path, either the true outcome or either the false outcome, because for this particular code, here we are going to have one decision coverage, decision node. So because of this decision node, either the true outcomes or the false outcome of this particular code is going to be get executed. So for the 100 statements of the program, if the 87 statements are going to be get executed either with true outcome or either with the false outcome, then the statement coverage of this particular program with the 100 statement, the statement coverage is 87%. We will see one more example for the statement coverage. So here in this example, we are going to have total number of the statements, that is that here 5 statements we are going to have. So as all these 5 statements are going to be get covered with this particular test case. So how it is going to be get covered? Let's take an example. If we are going to input a value of a is 7. So first we are going to read the value of a, that is 7. If as this condition is going to be get fulfilled because 7 is greater than 6, then that value of a is going to be get stored at the b, and it is going to end the if condition and the value of b is going to be get print. So because of this input, all the 5 statements are going to be get covered by this test case. So that's why we have written only one test case here, that because of that we are going to get achieved the 100% statement coverage. Now we are going to see the decision coverage. Decision coverage is related to the branch testing. It is the assessment of the percentage of the decision outcomes, that is true or the false options of an if statement, that have been exercised by the test case suite. Decision testing derives the test cases to execute the specific decision outcomes, normally to increase the decision coverage. Decision testing is a form of control flow testing, as it generates the specific flow of control through the decision path. To calculate the decision coverage, we have to use this formula: the number of decision tested, either the true or false outcomes of that particular decision, divided by the total number of the decisions of that particular program into 100. So we have to keep in mind one thing, that the decision coverage is stronger than statement coverage, because 100% decision coverage guarantees 100% statement coverage. As decision coverage is the percentage of the decision outcomes that is going to be get exercised by the test suite. The formula to calculate the decision coverage is number of the decision outcomes exercised divided by the total number of the decision outcomes. Let's take an example. The particular program is going to have 120 decision outcomes. So it is going to have the 120 decision outcomes, out of which only the test suite or the test exercises only the 60 decision outcomes out of 120 outcomes. So the decision coverage is 50%. Now we are going to see path through the code. Consider this first flowchart. For decision coverage, we have to consider the decision outcomes of the branches. This flowchart is going to have one decision node, and the outcome will either become by considering the true path, which is going to be get represented with the green line, or either with the false path. So these are the few another paths. So in this third flowchart, we are going to see the first part that we are going to consider for the decision coverage. This is going to be get represented with the green line. This is the second path with the blue line, and this is the third path. Okay, few examples are here. Now we are going to see the topic cyclomatic complexity. The cyclomatic complexity is the software matrix used to measure the complexity of the program. It is also known as structural complexity because it gives the internal view of the code. The formula to calculate the cyclomatic complexity is E minus N plus 2. E is nothing but the number of edges, N is nothing but the number of nodes. Now we are going to see one example, and through that example we are going to see how to calculate the cyclomatic complexity of that particular problem, how to calculate statement coverage and the decision coverage. So this is one example. So we are going to see this example of ATM card. So once the card is going to be get inserted to the particular ATM, if the card is valid card, then it is going to display the message, enter the PIN number. If PIN is valid, then it is going to show us the next option to select the transaction. If PIN is not valid, it is going to display the message, PIN is invalid, and it will reject the card. So for this particular example, now we will see the how this particular flowchart is going to be get formed. So this is how the flowchart for this particular problem is going to be get. Now for this particular flowchart we are going to calculate the cyclomatic complexity. Now we are going to first calculate the number of edges of this particular flowchart. So edges are going to be represented with the arrows. So this is our first edge, second edge, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. So in this flowchart we are going to have the total 9 edges. Now we are going to calculate the number of nodes. Number of nodes are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and the 8. So cyclomatic complexity formula is number of edges minus number of nodes plus 2. So this flowchart is going to have the number of edges as 9, number of nodes as 8. So 9 minus 8 is 1 plus 2. So cyclomatic complexity for this problem is 3. Okay. Now we are going to calculate the statement coverage for this particular problem. As this problem is a nested if condition problem, in nested if means second if starts before the first if completes. So here in this flowchart we see 3 possible ways are moving from outside, second one is again outside, and from the inside. Means we need to cover all nodes following all the direction. So the statement coverage is 3. Here I am going to tell you one shortcut method to check whether our answer is correct or not. To calculate the statement coverage without the flowchart, we just have to see the source code available for us. So from this particular source code we are going to now calculate the statement coverage. So formula to calculate the statement coverage is that statement coverage equals to 1 plus the number of else in the source code. So in this our source code we are going to get here first else, second else. So total number of else, how many else we are going to get from this particular source code? 2 else are there. So 1 plus number of else plus 1 plus 2 is equals to 3. So we are going to get the statement coverage as answer 3. Now we will see how to calculate the decision coverage or the branch coverage for this particular flowchart. For calculating the decision coverage, I just have to measure the minimum number of the paths covering all the branches. Once we follow branches, you see all are uniquely identified. So we need 3 different paths for this. Now we will see shortcut method to calculate the decision coverage for this problem from the source code. So while calculating the decision coverage, we just have to calculate the number of if statements in the source code. So in this source code we are going to have first statement of if, second. So here two statements of if are there. So the formula to calculate the decision coverage is equal to number of if in the source code plus 1. So here in this source code we are going to have two if statements. So 2 plus 1. So again we are going to get the answer of the decision coverage or the branch coverage as 3. Now we are going to see one more example. The example is, first we have to read the value of a. If value of a is greater than 0, then if condition is there, if a is 21, then print the key, then end of the first if and end if. So for this example, this is how we are going to calculate the cyclomatic complexity, statement coverage and the decision or the branch coverage. So this is how the flowchart is going to look like. So from this flowchart, now we are going to calculate the first cyclomatic complexity. For calculating the cyclomatic complexity, first we need to identify the total number of ages. So total number of ages in this figure, in this flowchart is this is first age, second, third, fourth, fifth and the sixth. So these are 6 ages in this particular flowchart. Now we have to calculate the number of nodes. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So formula is number of ages minus number of nodes plus 2. Here number of ages are 6, number of nodes are 5. So 6 minus 5, 1 plus 2. So the cyclomatic complexity answer is 3. Now we will see how to calculate the statement coverage for this flowchart. So here we need only one path to cover all the nodes moving from outside. So the statement coverage is 1. We'll cross check it with our shortcut formula. So the shortcut formula is what? Statement coverage equals to 1 plus number of else. So in this statement, no else statement is there. So else statement value is 0. So 1 plus 0, we are going to get answer as 1. So it is verified for the statement coverage. Now we will see how to calculate the value for decision or the branch coverage. While calculating the decision coverage from flowchart, we clearly see we need at least 3 test cases required to cover all the branches from the flowchart. Just you follow the direction to reach from start to the end point. So the decision coverage value is 3. Again we are going to check this particular value answer with our shortcut method. So shortcut method, we just have to calculate the number of if. So in this pseudo code we are going to have 2 if statements. So decision coverage is count of if plus 1. So here the count of if statement is 2 plus 1. So the decision or the branch coverage value is 3. So in this video we have seen how to calculate the decision coverage, statement coverage and the cyclomatic complexity.